Hello everybody, welcome back to Brendogs Racing, and today we are here on Assetto Corsa Competizione, where we are starting a new championship here, as you can see. So today we're going to be starting at Mount Panorama, Bathurst. So we've got a 30-minute race, 10-minute qualifying session to determine the grid. Hopefully we can start somewhere in the top 10 of a grid of 16. But yeah, for now I'll catch you guys up in qualifying as we start and get ready for the race. Alrighty guys, so here we are in qualifying, as you can see. So hopefully we can get up somewhere in the top 10, I think is what we're going to aim for here. So we're just going to quickly come in here, change the setup. So we're going on the aggressive preset here. But as you guys may have noticed there, I didn't actually change the fuel level in the car. So we are actually running quite a lot of fuel in the car, and it wasn't until I started doing my laps here that I realized how much fuel was in there. I think it was like 70 or 62 liters, something like that. So a lot of fuel was in the car, but as you can see now, coming out of the pit lane here as we get ready to do our warm-up lap. But we fast forward one lap forward now as we get ready to do our first flying lap. So we come around the last corner here, second gear, little bit wiggly in the rear there, but we come across the line now, start our lap as we fly towards Hell Corner, just cracking the 200km/h mark. We go down into second gear, turn left, up through Hell Corner. As you can see, an Audi up ahead here is pulled out of the pit lane in front of us, so we're going to try use his slipstream a little bit here, as he's going to be going a little bit slower. So we pull into the slipstream here, we keep on getting up the mountain here, up into 6th gear, 240km/h on the brakes hard, just after the 100-meter braking mark. Up we go here, behind the Audi still, but as you'll notice, he's got blue flags. He slows down right here in a really awkward spot. We can't hit the apex there, and we just don't get the braking. And bam, straight into the wall there. So that wasn't a very good run on our first lap. And as you'll see here on the replay, he just really slew down in the wrong spot there. So he slew down, we just didn't have enough time to brake, didn't get the turn in, and it was straight into the wall from there. So not the best of our runs, but as we come on here, this is our flying lap that we did, still on a heavy fuel load though. So as you can see, coming across the pit straight here up into Hell Corner, braking just after the 100-meter board into the left-hander. Bit of a tricky corner that. His car likes to get loose in the rear. But as you can see, we keep it all together here. Up into 4th gear, 200km/h here. Up into 5th as we come up mountain straight. So keeping it all well here. Bit of a sit down here. Not really too much happens up here. But now we come up here just after the 100-meter braking mark. On the brakes hard. Up the right-hander. Long turn here. Want to try get out as close to the wall as we can. But as you saw there, I didn't really. So we keep on going up, down into 2nd gear, keep it right up to the wall on left here, which we did a pretty good job at. And now we come up to the top of the mountain here. So a little bit wild up the top here, so right out close to the walls, both sides here. As you can see, we fly past there, right near the wall. Keep it going though, up into 5th gear, 200km/h across the top here, right up over the curb there. And through this really fast section, 220 k's through a corner with a lot of bounce. And then we come down through here, and as you can see that we just lose the rear in the end there, lock a brake, but we managed to keep it all together. Through the dipper we come, and we keep on going down this little twisty bit here, through the right hander here, down into Forest Elbow, keep it all nice together, 2nd gear, and on the power as early as we can to come down on Conrod here. So it's looking like not too bad of a lap at the moment. Could, you know, stretch it out, go a bit closer to the walls here, but we're doing a pretty good job here. So we start coming down Conrod, 250km/h. And we'll see if we can hit our top speed of 280. We just don't think we're just going to miss out on getting it. But now hard on the brakes just after the 150-meter board, down into 2nd gear, turn it in, on the power as soon as you possibly can, right out near the curb there. And as you see, we come down in the last corner here, once again on the 100-meter braking board, turn it in, try not to lose the rear too much as we come across the line. And for the race, we're going to get P6. So not too bad of a time at 2:05 there. We could have cracked a 2:04 maybe if we didn't keep the fuel loads up, but overall not too bad of a qualifying session there, as we're going to start P6 for this race. And there we go, final results there. So as you can see, P6, we were fastest in the last sector, so that is very promising there. So the race is looking very good. So we move on to the race here now. As you can see here on the formation lap, just finishing it off as we come around the last corner. very calm until the lights go green, so we can get set to go racing. Any minute now. And here we go, green. So away we go. So you can see just sticking under the Porsche's rear wing here as we come right down really close to him. We've got an Aston Martin on the inside there as we go around the outside, just losing the rear on the exit there. But we managed to get a good exit here still. So we keep the position in front of the Aston Martin, pull over to the left-hand side to get past him. And as you can see, right under the Porsche's rear wing here. So we're going to pull over to the inside here. All the cars wiggling about. As you can see, we go down the inside of the Porsche here. And it looks like we're just going to get the position done here as he runs a little bit wide there as we start heading up to the top of the mountain here. So we've got a bit of a gap to the car in front, but as you can see behind us through here, the Porsche actually has ended up spinning around here. It's gone straight into the side of the Aston Martin there, so he's going to lose a bunch of time there. Probably got a bit of damage on the car as well, but we continue on going up oh my god, across the top of the mountain here. And we're keeping it real good so far. So Porsche's pulled a little bit ahead of us here. The Aston Martin's a little bit behind due to the crash it's had with the Porsche there. So I think the Aston Martin may have a little bit of damage there, but I'm not too sure on that. As you can see now coming down Skyline, keeping it all neat and tidy. Not trying to throw the car in there too hard just on this first lap here as the tyres warm up, all that good stuff. So keep on going for our first lap here, down through Forest Elbow into second gear. Through there, get a good exit here, and we'll see if we can try get the slipstream of the Porsches here, because they're not the fastest down Conrod Straight here. The Bentley's pretty good down here, so we keep it going. We'll see if we can get a bit of slipstream. Looks like we're just going to be a little bit too far behind him here. So the leaders out front here start having a battle, but for now we do fly through the chase here. We get right up under his rear wing here, but just not close enough. Lose the rear on the exit there a little bit, so we're coming through here now. We're going to see if we can put a move on him in the last corner. We have a look, but at last second we decide not to. Pull back in behind him. We try get a good exit here on pit straight. Up in a third gear now. Fourth gear. We go down, have another look down the inside here, but at the last second we decide not to. So we're up in a P4 now, so we've got a pretty good start here, made up a couple positions. But I'll give you guys a quick little replay here of what happened to the Porsche. So as we move on to that now, as you can see, he just loses the rear there into the Aston Martin, gets spun around there. A couple cars hit him there, and then the grid all has to slow down for him. Does get away, but he does end up finishing last there. So we come back onto our race here. We're coming down Conrod Straight here, so still sitting P4 at the end of lap 2 now. So as you can see, we're right near this Porsche here. We dive over to the right side of the track, right up on the curb there, braking late as possible. We've got the outside line here. He does get up the inside here. Big hit there on the left side, but we managed to get the move done there with a little bit of contact. So as you can see here in a second, he just ran a little bit wide through that through the chase there, and he's just gone straight into the side of us there. So hard on the brakes here, we kept with him. We got the better he got like laid under the brakes, but as you can see, he just went straight into the side of us there. So we got the position, no damage, so that was good. And up ahead here, back on Conrod Straight at the end of lap 4 now, you can see the leaders are starting to have a little bit of a battle. So they're side by side coming through here, very fast right-hander as we come braking. And as you can see, we make a lot of time on them here through the braking part here, and we're right on the back of the Ferrari now. So we push hard here. As you can see, we're catching him very slowly. We go to pull out to the left here to have a move on him, decide not to at the last second, just a little bit too far back. But on this pit straight here, we lose the rear just slightly, but still get a good exit on him. We come flying across pit straight now. We pull over to the left side, we dive it down the inside here. And as you'll see, we'll get the position done there fairly easily. So on a lap 5 now, so we're tracking along well here. Up in a P2 at the moment, so very good position so far considering we started P6. So now we're going to start working on trying to catch the Mercedes up ahead here. So pit windows open in a minute, so we're not going to pit straight away. We'll wait till around the 16-15 minute mark. So for now we're just going to try catch the Mercedes. But later on in lap 5 here, as you can see coming through McPhillamy Park here, we've hit the curb on the inside and we've had an absolutely wild moment there as we skated across the kitty litter there. Managed to just bring it back on the track and have a little moment there through Skyline. So as you can see here, we just run it wide really over there managed to keep it all under control, and just through there, just ran it a little wide there due to that. But as you can see now, on the end of lap 7 here, we're coming up close to where we wanted to pit. So we follow the leader in, and we'll see what he does. And he does pit, so we choose to pit there as well. We brake right down into first gear here. Get a bit tricky this pit lane here, but as you can see, we get it all done onto the pit limiter. And we can have a quick little breath here. So no fuel is actually needed for this pit stop, so we're just doing tyres and a driver swap here. So hopefully we don't lose too much ground to the Ferrari, who came in a couple laps earlier than us, and hopefully we can maybe even jump the Mercedes. So as you see here, pull into the pits, car stops the engine, goes up onto the jacks, and as you can hear now, halfway through the race, so got another 15 minutes left of it. As we skip through this 30-second pit stop here, 2 seconds left, one car drops, doesn't start that easily, but we get it away. We lost a little bit of ground to the Mercedes, as you can see, but when we pull out of the pit lane here, we'll see where the Ferrari ends up. And as you can see there, he just pulls around on the right side of us there. So we lost a position to the Ferrari, so that's not ideal, but we've done our mandatory pit stop now, and we'll continue on for the rest of the race. Hopefully we can catch him in the near future. Shouldn't take too long. We had quite a bit of pace on him here, as we are now on the end of lap 8, so just still on the opening lap after our pit stop. Right under the slipstream here of the Ferrari, as you can see, maxing out the car here, 280 kilometers an hour through the chase. Dive it right down the left side. Bit of a late move there. We just lose the rear end, can't get it done. The Ferrari gets a better exit than us, but we stick with him through here under the liqui moly sign there. We have another look here into the inside, decide not to again at the last second through the last corner, get a really good exit through here, right under his rear wing now. We move it over to the left side of the track, come side by side into turn 1, hard on the brakes in a second gear. Once again, another easy move down the inside of turn 1 on the Ferrari there. So back into P2 now, so we're running nicely here. So only another 12 minutes left of this race, so we're doing pretty good job at the moment. So up the mountain we come here, but as you can see, nothing was really happening now for the rest of the race. So for the rest of it, it was just me putting in laps, no cars really. We were just in this weird sort of phase where like the leader is faster than you, but the cars behind you can't like keep up with you. So like it was a bit weird. We were pulling away from the car behind, and the leader was pulling away from us, so there was nothing we could really do, and I didn't want to push too hard because the gap was quite big by this time, and I just didn't think we were going to have the pace anyway to do it. So as you can see here, lapping around the 205s now, so not the best of lap times as we come onto lap 14 now. So right near the end of this race, we move along here onto the last corner here, and as you can see, leader just got in another lap there, so this is going to be the last lap of the race here. So we come onto lap 15 now. So been a pretty good race so far. So we come into turn 1 here, made a good amount of positions up, so had a good race here as we come now through the chase for the last time. So braking once again after the 150 meter board into second gear here. The last time we come through here for this race, so had a good race here. As you can see, the Ferrari was starting to catch us up near the end there, but he just ran out of laps to really catch us there, but we did back off a little bit. But now we come across the line here to take P2, but there's a bit of a twist here. For whatever reason, we've been disqualified for not doing our pit stop. So I don't know what that was all about, to be honest. Like, the game must have glitched or something, because as you'll see in a second here, we did our pit stop in the pit window. So what I found here, I didn't even notice this in the footage. If you look down the bottom left corner, it says we've done our pit stop, but as soon as the pit window closes, it suddenly changes to red and says we haven't done our pit stop. So I don't know what that's all about. It happened, but I'm still taking it we came second in that race. So it was a good race there apart from that, but what can we do about it? Nothing really. But hopefully you guys did enjoy that video. Something a little bit different here. First time for me doing this, so a bit challenging for me, but hopefully you guys like it, and hopefully I can improve on my commentary over it. But yeah, hopefully you guys come back, like and subscribe, comment down below, and hopefully you guys like the video. But thanks for watching.